OM System has released a teaser video for their new camera. So this is their vintage or retro camera, and it shows a dial on the front of the camera with a few different settings. So one of them is art, one of them is color, and one of them is mono. So I assume mono means black and white. And there's also one setting which is nothing. So I think that's when you have the art filter switched off altogether. And they've indicated that the release will be on the 6th of February. So in less than 2 weeks, we should be able to see the new camera. OM System has revamped their website with an adventure theme. So this is something that they've been promoting for a while now, to essentially sell the cameras together with a sense of adventure and everything outdoors. And since their cameras are resilient to harsh weather conditions, that makes sense. Also, they're upgrading their app on their iOS and Android system. So that means probably after 27th of January, you'll have to log back into the app after you upgrade it. Panasonic has released a new firmware update for the GH7 as well as the G9 Mark II, and they've also released firmware updates for their full-frame cameras as well. But if we look at the firmware updates for the GH7, there are a few changes. So one of them is that you can have frame marker displayed on the screen, so up to 3 frame markers at the same time. So the nice thing about that is you can have your different frames, and if you're shooting open gate, then you know that your subject will be within those frames that you're intending to use that video for. Aside from that, they're also adding a new recording format, so MP4 Lite. So this is a low bitrate video format, essentially it's MP4, and I think the intention for this video format is that people want to use it on their phones or slow computers, so they want to be able to edit it quickly and also transfer the video quickly, and this will be available for open gate. They've also made some changes for the Lumix smartphone app to enable a few features. So one of them is remote shooting, the other one is shutter remote control, and also wireless IP streaming and transferring images from the camera. So a little bit more flexibility in using the camera with the smartphone app. And there's also some changes which they've mentioned as security enhancement. So they're increasing the security, but they're effectively taking away some of the features of the camera. So in that sense, I'm glad that the GH6 hasn't been updated, because it means we can still use these features on the GH6, which won't be available now on the GH7. So I'll just read these out quickly. So when directly connecting to the camera and smartphone via Wi-Fi, the connection has been changed to always require password authentication. So obviously from a security perspective, this is good, but it's an inconvenience that you would always have to log in. And then one encryption method for Wi-Fi has been removed altogether, which is seen to be not secure enough. So if you're using the camera with an old Wi-Fi access point which supports this encryption, and you don't have any other encryption method which the camera supports, then it means you can't actually connect to that access point. And the option to connect to Wi-Fi without encryption has been taken out as well. So if you had a Wi-Fi point which didn't have encryption, now you can't actually connect to that access point neither. And when it comes to wired LAN streaming, RTP and RTSP have been removed altogether. So I didn't use those two protocols, but I think they're quite useful in certain scenarios if you want to do streaming. So those two have been removed altogether. And also image transfer feature to PC via Wi-Fi has also been removed, but this is only for the European market and Ukrainian models. And streaming feature via RTMP has also been removed, again for European models and Ukrainian models. Now this is quite bad, because I do actually use RTMP. So I use RTMP on the GH5 Mark II, and I'm glad these updates haven't actually been trickled down to the GH5 Mark II, because that means I can still use it. But you can use RTMPS, but what that means is you'll be sending through much more data than you would if you're just sending RTMP. So if you're live streaming over 4G or 5G connection, which isn't reliable or doesn't have a high bandwidth, then this could actually make a difference in that, since you will need more bandwidth to actually do your live streaming. And I don't know why this applies to the Ukrainian models. I don't know whether Ukraine is essentially just complying with all the EU laws in a bid to enter EU in the future, or whether there's another more political reason for that. And Panasonic has also mentioned that they've made some other improvements, which is improved operational stability. So I think this just refers to bug fixes.